Hallo. 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 Hi. Why do I even have the emulator open? Things changed. I mean, not a lot of things have changed. I mean, I guess this is a bit different now. In particular, this is new. This is new. This has changed. That part isn't new, it's just from left to right instead right to left. No. Yes, it is. I count that as new. Anyway. This is the big thing. This has changed a lot. The on-off is still in roughly the same position, but this lava has moved. It has moved very far. This looks different now, but I don't think anything important has changed here. Right here. I don't think anything important has changed right here. Like all the important changes probably happened to over on the left. So I guess first things first. First step is still getting the null sprite, getting the gray P-switch. I mean, doing Yoshi Springboard with the null sprite. I mean, you know what I mean. Doing Yoshi Springboard, getting the null sprite, getting the gray P-switch which spawns in 3, getting the weird Yoshi which is in 1, and then pressing the gray P-switch, removing a bunch of mantras. Like this one, and this guy, and this guy, and this guy, and this guy. And also that guy. And then I can use the baby Yoshi to get a blue P-switch. Then I have a blue P-switch, a gray... No, I don't have a gray P-switch then. I have a blue P-switch, I have a baby Yoshi, and I have a weird Yoshi. I can then use the blue P-switch to remove a bunch of stuff, and then the level has opened. I can do a bunch of stuff then. And the central question still is, how do I actually hit this on-off switch right here? Because like, over here most of the things are reasonably clear, I think. And even over here I think most of the stuff is fairly straightforward. And well, I don't know what happens in this part of the level. I have not the slightest clue. So apparently this lava is important. So I somehow want to, I want to put a Yoshi into lava. And then I guess this Yoshi is supposed to hatch. And if the slots align, that will give me some glitchy effects. The question is just, which glitchy effects do I actually want? That's a black screen. Actually, when did this change into a black screen? This used to be this. Then at some point it turned into a black screen. What? How does this turn into a black screen? Excuse me? What? I mean... Okay, so first of all, what's happening in all of these frames? So first of all, we get a weird palette. Then everything turns dark. And then, after everything turns dark, we get sprites and layer 3. And then after 10 seconds or so, the game goes black. Time to trace log. No. No. This is not the time to trace log. Definitely not the time to trace log. Maybe it is. Trace logger. Logging to file. Start logging. And now the question is what's happening in this frame. Okay. Trace log done. I'm terribly sorry, but I can't open the trace log. Because for some reason, this part that I just trace logged, which was like half a second, already produced a text file which is a gigabyte in size. I mean, I know trace logs can be big, but what? A gigabyte? What did I expect? 100 megabytes or so, or 200? I mean, I have trace logged in the past. I did not expect a gigabyte. In any case, Notepad++ is refusing to open. Okay, time for a more focused. Wait, why is the frame advance so slow? It's not logging anymore, right? Stop logging. So I guess it suffices to trace log a single frame. Okay. Frame trace logged. It's already 50 megabytes. Um. What? I'm just scrolling through the trace log. This is perfectly normal code. Wait, how does all of this happen in a single frame? How does all of this happen in a single frame? These are 500,000 instructions. This cannot happen in a single frame. What is this doing? What? What is this emulator doing? There's no way that 500,000 instructions exist in a single frame. Stop. 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 Okay, so I want to know what's happening in this frame, for example. I open the trace logger, tell him to log to the file, tell the emulator to log. 11,000 instructions. That sounds a lot more plausible for what should be happening in one frame. But this is perfectly normal code, right? Ah, no, it's not perfectly normal code. It's some loop that waits for the Y register. Oh. Oh. Okay, this is... Okay, it's just a loop that counts to 65,000 very inefficiently. This is what it does. It's a loop that counts to 65,000 very inefficiently. And that's why it takes quite a while. Okay, there we go. Trace locked. Back to whatever this is. Right. Originally I wanted to actually play the game. I have no idea why the first placelock that came out was a gigabyte in size. This doesn't make sense. Like, you shouldn't... Wait, is this still logging? Stop trace logging, please. Please? Ahem. No. Don't want gigabytes of trace log. It wasn't logging anymore, but it logged for longer than I expected. Anyway. Impossible to hit the correct frame. How do you do this again? walk right and press up on the correct frame. Wait, this actually works. Oh, what I just did didn't work. Because I got the spring rod on the second tongue. Which is useless. Okay. Okay, so what do I want to do now? I want to park the... I mean, first of all, I want to set a safe state, I guess. I want to park the Yoshi there. Then I get a blue P-switch. And then I can use this blue P-switch to remove a bunch of coins from a few places. So remove these coins. And then there are a few more coins, which I can also remove. These ones. And then also these ones. Okay. There we go. Now I have a P-switch. Then I guess I can take the Yoshi. Wait, you meant walk left? But I actually walked right. And it worked out. So whatever. Okay. So now I have Baby Yoshi, which has eaten 4 things. Then I can despawn the adult Yoshi, and then I can, I guess, I can just feed this Yoshi over here. Actually, I can just take the other adult Yoshi over here as well, but really I just want to test something. Don't think it actually matters which... Yoshi I use for that. Oh no, the Yoshi spawns in slot 6, that's a bad thing. Ah. I mean, it gives me this glitchy state again. Okay. So maybe this way. Just to see what's happening here then. Come on. Okay, if you spawn a second Yoshi while the other Yoshi is in lava, this does not cancel the tongue, apparently. I had hoped that that would happen, but apparently it does not. I'm unhappy that it doesn't happen. But why does the tongue keep working? This doesn't make sense. The key jumps in the last room are optional. What? Oh no. I didn't set a save state. And apparently I did not save the checkpoints. Uh-oh. Well, I mean I was just stuck in the puzzle level anyway. It doesn't autosave midway. Well, I didn't actually expect to go back here. But I'm sure this will be quick. I'm sure this will be quick. Okay. How does this work again? Wait, that was the wrong ordering, of course. Oh. Third wall, it said it can be Kaizo intermediate if the key jumps are optional. Well, time to skip the key jumps then, I guess. Oh, this jump. Got a bit lucky with that one. First time around. Because this is the kind of jump where even if I'm technically in the position to shell jump, then I don't expect it. I'll just fail. But then it's also hard to hit the Koopa at the correct Y position. I mean, I guess it's not too hard if you know what you're doing, but well, it presupposes that I know what I'm doing. It was way tighter. But I'm not claiming that this couldn't possibly be tighter, just that I expect that this will take a few attempts. Well, it's not too bad. This, on the other hand, is of course free. What was this again? No, I'm not working on any hack. Oh no, studies of a broken engine. 2. I don't think that would happen anytime soon. Like, I wouldn't know what to put in there. I definitely don't have like 50 half-decent ideas to make rooms out of currently. I mean, I don't even have like 10 or so that I would deem to be very good also. I have some ideas for like Cruella 3. But well, that would take a while to make. Cruella 3. I actually wonder how many people have beaten Cruella 2 at this point. At least with Cataclysm I can be relatively sure that it's exactly 2 people. And before I missed somebody. Come on, can I please stop being bad at this video game? Be greatly appreciated. I just want to see the last room again. Just need some decent timing. But going as fast as I can is not decent timing. Then actually getting through that the platform is also not completely free. Come on. There's got to be a better strat for this than whatever I'm doing. You still want to go back and try the one level with the grey platform in Cruella 2 legitimately. I really like this text. I wanted to put that one as like a fake credits at some point. Like, I wanted to make like a puzzle level, and if you resonate it, then credits just play, and that's the credit text. And that's everything. Well, that was the last level of Brave New World again. Time to go back to whatever this is. But Still don't know what I'm doing here. So I tested. If you put a Yoshi in here, like let him sink with the tongue out, have like the P-switch at this point, grow another Yoshi, then the tongue is still out. This is extremely confusing to me. I mean, actually, it's not that confusing. Because after all, both Yoshis are visible. But still... A dead Yoshi isn't real. Sure, a dead Yoshi isn't real, but it has a functional tongue. All of this is confusing. I mean, it's not... The point why I'm confused is... Why is this lava there, then? If I'm not supposed to put... Why is this lava there? I mean, I have to do something. I mean, dead Yoshis run the Yoshi routine from the sprite. That's completely insane. Whoever coded that is a weird person. But well, what do I do then? Wait a second, there's another thing that I could do. Or I could attempt. Which is... Let's get the script out again. Should have made a save state where I had already removed all the brown blocks. Because I'm pretty sure that's also correct. I don't really want to do it again every time I mess something up, which is going to be a lot of times. Okay, I think that was a good save set. Okay, then I feed this baby Yoshi. Okay, that was one too many. That's it's okay. Just check. Okay, I can count. Can also set. Okay, I can set save sets. That's so all of that works. So then I have this blue piece, which I don't really need the guy right now. So go away, blue piece switch. Then I take this Yoshi. And then I take this Yoshi and transport it over to the left. I transport it over to the left. Okay. All of that works. And then I take this 1-up. I'm going to transport it through the level. Hmm. So I placed this Yoshi over there. Over here at least. Then I take this one up and transport it over there. Then I notice that I'm messing stuff up. This is a horrible mess. There's no way this is intended, right? I mean, actually not too bad of a mess. Probably. Actually, this is okay. The more I think about it, the more okay it is. So I guess the next question is... how do I reach this P-switch? I can reach this P-switch. Can I then still get the 1-up? Okay, this is good. I'm now in possession of a P-switch. And I'm in possession of a 1-up. And in possession of a baby Yoshi. And everything is okay. Everything is okay. But except that for some reason this 1-up is not moving the way I want it to move. Okay. I mean, actually, what's over there? I mean, what is over to the left? Is there something good for the 1-up? I think it will just fall in the lava and disappear, right? Yeah, that's not good. Okay. No, I despawned the Yoshi. Of course. During this entire horrible mess, I also have to pay attention that I don't despawn the Yoshi accidentally. Because that's, of course, a thing that I also have to pay attention to. Ah, okay. This is good. Actually, why did I bother to... Wait, this is pointless. I don't actually need the one up there. I could have just eaten it. Like, I needed to eat it like over here, but that would have been okay. I actually don't need the one up to be moving there. Well, now it's too late. So, now I'm in the possession of 2 Yoshis. Is this eat cancelled now? Apparently it is. So this is the tongue that really works. This one. Screw Yoshi. Why is Yoshi so weird? Maybe it was a good idea to actually bring the one up over here, because now I can like grow Yoshi and see what happens. I mean, first of all, if I grow Yoshi, well, which apparently I can't, by just knocking him over there. Okay, so if I grow Yoshi, then the Yoshi I'm sitting on will stay visible. But the problem is, I mean, the first problem, of course, is that the tongue places the P-switch up there and not down here, but, well, that I already knew. I guess the other problem is that I don't actually know what I'm doing. Oh wait, part of the weird behavior of that Yoshi's tongue is because it's actually a Yoshi in slot 1. That's part of the reason why it behaves so very weirdly. This makes all the things even weirder. Because I mean, I barely understand what happens when the Yoshis are normal, but then one of the Yoshis also uses a different death and lava routine or something. And decides to be extra weird. Like this. Actually, what's really happening here? I mean, what's happening here? Like when I normally throw a Yoshi in lava, it also enters state 5. I mean, why is this one? Actually, what's different with this Yoshi? Like, what does it do differently? I mean, obviously it behaves differently. This is not normal, what's happening with the P-switch. But, still. Also, what's that 5 doing? What is this 5? What is it supposed to indicate? Oh, wait, that's the... Oh, that's that number. Wait, why does it... Anyway, I'm confused. So I can make this P-switch fall down. But that's not actually what I want to do. Um... Because, I mean, what I really want to do is I want to despawn this Yoshi. I mean, what I would really like to do is to despawn this Yoshi. Um, I mean, of course, to first place this P-switch there, and then to despawn the Yoshi while the P-switch is on its tongue. But the problem is that the P-switch does not warp onto its tongue, and instead its tongue stops working because it's a weird Yoshi. But normal Yoshis I can't actually despawn. So what am I supposed to do? Hmm. I have no idea what I'm doing. Also, I don't want to become famous, but thanks for banning. So what is this? I mean, really, what is this? I can kill a Yoshi, and that doesn't help me. I can throw another Yoshi. But that doesn't help me. I can place the P-switch over there, but that doesn't help me. I can... This also doesn't help me. I don't think this is ever useful, but I still like it. But what am I supposed to... I mean, I know what I want to do. I mean, if I could cheat, I would just do this. Everything would be fine. Like, I would take this P-switch over there and everything would be fine. And the question is just, how do I transport this P-switch down here? And then pretty much probably all other questions follow. I mean, all other problems solve themselves automatically. If I just know how to get this P-switch down there. I mean, it's probably not as simple as that, but still. I think that a lot of problems will be easy once that happens. Actually, wait a second. Wait, this is the wrong Yoshi. What happens if I just do... this? By this I mean this lava doesn't actually kill the Yoshi. Well, sure, I've seen that, but I didn't actually consciously realize that. Oops. So this lava doesn't actually kill the Yoshi, it's just there and kills Mario, which is somewhat disappointing. And this gives me another null sprite. Does this help? Doesn't really, right? This is Yoshi in slot 5. Does this help? Actually, what's in slot 1 now? Ah, the star down there. I mean, I have an easy way to create a null sprite now. Does a null sprite help? Does having a null sprite help? I mean, I'm now in possession of a null sprite. You usually can do pretty good stuff with a null sprite. This time, I wouldn't know what to do with it. I mean, there's the star. I can null sprite split the star. I can null sprite split the platform. This shell. Does this actually help? Oh, it does not, I think. This is a shell. There's something good I can do with this shell. What can I do? Is there any dumb stuff I can do? I mean, maybe I can look at Lunar Magic and then I will see dumb stuff. Dumb stuff. Perhaps. I mean, even the thing is, it's not particularly hard to get an item down here. I mean, it's almost a triviality. The hard part is getting an item down here and getting out. And maybe that's actually what I want to do. No, that can't work. I mean, to get into here with an item, I pretty much have to dismount an invisible Yoshi on this side. And to get out of here, I have to dismount an invisible Yoshi on this side. Which I guess, in theory, is possible. And it is possible to do both. In theory. How? I mean, I just need 2 invisible Yoshis. That would suffice. So if I had 2 invisible Yoshis, then I could dismount one on this height and dismount one on this height. And by dismount, I mean the first time, of course, not dismount, but somehow make the Yoshi run. I mean, if I have 2 invisible Yoshis and I somehow manage to make one of them run, then Mario will get ported to the height of, well, one of them. And if the other is placed like here, then I could warp out. Problem A, level geometry. The current level geometry barely allows for this. I think it technically does, in the sense that if the first invisible Yoshi is here, and Mario is standing roughly here, then the Yoshi is still on screen and can still be hit, or maybe if it's standing even here, while Mario is standing here. So I guess this is technically and theoretically possible. With the second and obvious problem being, of course, well, that I don't have 2 invisible Yoshis. And that there's no way to get 2 invisible Yoshis in the current setting. I mean, I have a Yoshi in slot 1 and I have a Yoshi in slot 5, and there's this Yoshi, which in theory seems like 3 Yoshis, but then you notice that the one in slot 1 will always be the visible one, and the one in slot 1 is definitely not this guy here. So my dream of using 2 invisible Yoshis to do all of this is not possible. Meaning, either I get a different Yoshi. I mean, I could get this guy over here. Transport him all the way through here, get this guy, and then use these 2 invisible Yoshis. But then it is of course questionable why this lava is here. Or I find it differently. I find an entirely different approach, which I guess is probably what I want to do. Hmm. Hmm. I think I'm completely stuck. I mean, actually, the idea of using 2 invisible Yoshis might actually work. Hmm. Okay, so plan. I take the Yoshi in slot 1, place it over here. I get the red shell, while leaving the Yoshi in slot 1 alive. I have the red shell and the Yoshi. Well, prior to this, I have taken this one up, cape spun it over here, item swapped it to get the gray P-switch from this guy. Then I have a gray P-switch and a red shell and a Yoshi sitting right here. I then use the gray. Okay, I then have used the gray P-switch already to remove these 2 munchers. I mean, that's really all I need a gray P-switch for at this point. I then go ahead and question why I even wanted the red shell in the first place. Because when I have a gray P-switch, I can just use the gray P-switch to turn these 3 sprites into coins. Well, I guess one sacrifices the shell and the other sacrifices the P-switch, and the question is, what do you really want to sacrifice? Well, in any case, I want to despawn the Yoshi in slot 1 and use the flames from the red shell to destroy these 3 guys and feed Yoshi with that, with all of the 3 coins. I also want to somehow keep this shell alive while doing that, which means technically despawning things. Then I get the shell, then I use the shell to activate the vine. I have no idea why I can enter this part twice. I guess there's some reason to use the shell for something else. I don't know what that reason is. I will ignore that. I can then press a blue P switch to get this Yoshi over here, transport it through here, over here, over here, over here. I then hopefully still have a P switch left, which I can use to generate fish to feed this baby Yoshi, and then I have 2 Yoshis over here and I'm happy. The problem is I don't have a shell anymore at that point. But I guess I can get this red shell if I conserved it properly. Properly conserving this red shell over here by duplicating it might work. In any case, that would allow me to do what? It would allow me to, well, do the strat with 2 invisible Yoshis I described earlier, which probably doesn't work for some arcane reason. Probably the reason won't be as arcane once I'm actually there. Problem, this doesn't use the lava right here. Non-problem, I think it actually might work. Problem, which items do I have at the end of that? I mean, I guess I can also get this mushroom at some point. Actually, how do you get this mushroom again? I guess you can get the mushroom by suicide swapping the Yoshi in slot 1. Ah, no, you can't. You can't, right, that was a thing. You can't from this side. You can only suicide swap this mushroom if you come from this side, but you can't if you come from this side. This was a thing that I realized, well, 2 weeks or so ago, or 3 weeks ago, I don't know. How do you get this mushroom? I have no idea how to get that mushroom. Well, in any case, what do I have left from that then? I mean, I still, if I conserve all of my items properly, I will still have, well, not a lot of things. I think just a P-switch. I think if I do all the things that I just described, I will end up with a Yoshi which I can't take with me, a blue P-switch, And this mushroom. And the cape. And that's it. That's not a lot of things. How does this part work again? I mean, you throw one item up there, you somehow keep the other one, and this other item should hopefully be good enough to kill a spiny. What did I do last time for the spiny? I forgot. Did I take a shell with me? Did I use a shell for that? Oh no, I did. I used a baby Yoshi. Still had a baby Yoshi with me, right? Well, I won't have baby Yoshi right now. Don't think I can get one. Actually, I need to keep a shell for the spiny. I guess a gray piece which would also be fine. Actually, yes, a gray piece which would be fine. Because I can use the gray piece which both to hit this coin block and to press it. It will be a bit weird to actually do that, but I think it should be possible. And that also kills the spiny. So having a gray piece switch at the end would be good. I can probably arrange that. I can probably arrange that. Yeah, I think I can arrange that. It looks like an awkward press and throw. Oh, it probably is awkward, but it's probably possible. I mean, I've just described a complete strat. I just don't want to do it. But I guess there's nothing in theory stopping me from doing it. So I might as well try. So what's the first thing I want to do? First thing is place the blue P-switch there. That's a good position for the blue P-switch, I think. Second point. So next thing is getting the 1-up to move. Next thing then is getting the gray P-switch. Okay, so far so easy. Now that I have the gray P-switch, well, I just have the gray P-switch. And then press it, remove munches, everything is good. So next thing, place the Yoshi right there. And complain about everything while I try to not despawn it. I should just accept the slowdown. Oh no. Oh. Okay. Now I'm in possession of a shell. Next problem is getting the camera to be half normal again. You don't know how to feel about what? Wait, you want to tell me this is not actually intended? Does it look intended? I mean, you once said, I think it's very funny that I required... I mean, you probably didn't actually say that word for word, but you said that you were amused that I had to do this, and it was a good idea to require this while an invisible Yoshi, while a Yoshi which despawns, has to be kept alive. You said something like that. And since then I was convinced that you were just embracing, I don't know, Inferi-like design. With this single obstacle. And I did not actually question it. Force a Yoshi that despawn, not having to keep it through that. Well, you said it while I was trying to while I was trying to do that, and you said you were happy that you were able to force a Yoshi that despawns. So it despawning is supposed to keep me from stupid stuff like that. Oh, I'm sure there will be other problems with this. Here's one problem. This Yoshi spawns in one. Are you kidding me? Why? Why? How was I supposed to anticipate that? Hmm. Okay, there we go. Now spawns in 5. Oh, I also have to keep the blue pea switch with me. No, I actually don't have to. It's okay. Things I'm doing here are fine. Okay, so which one is the I think the one slot 3 is the shell. Okay. This gives me a shell. Oh no, I forgot something. I forgot one important step. I forgot to duplicate the red shell. Oh, that's a silly mistake. Ah, that's a silly mistake. I know how to fix that. Don't actually have to go that far back. But still, that's a silly mistake. Will cost some time to fix. Which is sad because it just worked so easily, as you said. Ah. Ah. Okay, so the thing that I just have to do is I have to transport this blue pea switch as well. Okay. This is everything. This should work now. So what I do again is I despawn this coin in 3. Guten Abend, Dazi. No, no, I'm definitely not trying to do things the intended way. Biob has already said like 4 times that what I'm doing is a break during this route. I think like 3 separate things that I've done so far are breaks. Including keeping this shell. I mean, I just fed this shell to Yoshi, I just did a timed despawn of the coin, which then allowed me to keep the shell. Well, in any case, okay, now I have 2 copies of the same shell. The 3 coins are also in an unintended order. Okay, so now that I have the same shell twice, I just wanted to complain. Okay. So now I can take this Yoshi and go back. I can take this Yoshi and go back. Okay. So now I have a Yoshi in slot 5, I have a Yoshi in slot 4, and I have a shell. All of that is good stuff. Okay. Just have to pay attention to not despawn this shell, because this shell will be needed. I'm probably going to complain about sprite slots in a few seconds. No, I have just enough sprite slots. It's tight, but I have just enough sprite slots, I think. Well, I hope so. I mean, if I don't have just enough sprite slots, then I would be extremely mad, because one of these blue P-switches, the blue P-switch that I have could be in slot 11 right now, and everything would be fine. Then I would have less sprite slot issues. Like, if this blue P-switch would be in sprite 11, then I'd be far more comfortable with sprite slots, but as it currently stands, I'm a bit unhappy. Just hope that I can make it work. Okay. Oh. Already the first problem. The fish can't spawn because the platform is blocking slot 3. Stop. Stop doing that, platform, please. And I guess if I go over here, then everything is fine again. Wait, now I have something else. Oh, there's a baby Yoshi now blocking slot 3. Are you kidding me? Why is this game like this? I mean, I just want to have a fish in slot 3. What's next? Okay, now the fish is spawning. I mean, I really just want to feed this baby Yoshi. That's everything that I want to do. Okay, I'm now in possession of enough Yoshis. I also have a gray P-switch in slot 6 over there. Unfortunately, that guy has to stay alive because I will need him later. I can't regain a gray P-switch. Hmm. Guess it's time to complain about everything. Okay. It is now important to have Are you kidding me? Can you please eat the P-switch, Yoshi? Also, at some point I already spawned the platform again. This stupid platform. I mean, I guess if it's so annoying, I could theoretically go ahead and eat it, because I won't need it anymore. Also, I kind of don't want to eat the platform. Okay. Spawn a fish. Keep the fish alive. The fish is my way to make sure that all my sprite slots that have to stay empty are really empty. Okay, problems. First of all, the visible Yoshi down there doesn't stay alive long enough. This is not actually a real problem. Okay, so the problem is I have done all kinds of I have done all kinds of like sprite slot errors. Not real errors, all of them can be fixed. This is not an inherent problem with the route. The first dumb thing that I did is to use the P-switch on sprite slot 11 to press it. I could have just taken one of these two P-switches and kept the one in sprite slot 11 because the one in 11 has the inherent advantage over the other ones, but it doesn't... it's not a real problem, it's a complex one. You are right. So the problem is I wasted the P-switch on sprite slot 11, and the P-switch on sprite slot 11 has the inherent advantage that it doesn't take a sprite slot away, because 11 will stay empty anyway. So I should have used one of these two guys earlier in the level, or earlier in the route. Was dumb. If I had done that, then everything would be easier, because I could have all relevant sprites on screen at once. I'm sorry, but I have to actually cheat this. Because this is, I could just do the same thing as I just did again. But I don't want to. I really don't want to. This is a waste of time. So I will take 14D3 and set it to 0B. Okay. Okay, so what this does is re-gives me the piece button sprite slot 11. So I pressed the piece button sprite slot 1 to make sure that I don't actually have an extra piece, but just the one in the correct slot, the one that I need. Okay. So now for the real plan. First of all, setup. Step 1, set up a lot of stuff. So the fish dying in lava is a good thing. So, things that I do now. Step 1. Another thing that I forgot last time. Or during my, before I cheated. So step 1. Grab this shell on Yoshi. This is possible. We've reached in theory level of don't want to do this again. No, but in a sense, I could. I'm taking like 15 minutes or so to set up stuff at this point. It would probably be less than 15 minutes now that I know what I'm doing, but still. It's far easier to just... I know what I would do differently. There's nothing interesting happening. Oh no, I 8-cancelled the P-switch. Now I can't press it. Oh no, this is horrible. Okay, this is a horrible mess that I'm going to make now. I'm sorry. I have to make a horrible mess now. Okay. Step 1. Step 1. Actually duplicate a P-switch. And I'm already wasting so much time now. What am I doing? Okay, so recycle the P-switch. Step 2. Grab the P-switch on. Grab the P-switch, grab the shell on Yoshi. Um, I mean, I just want to cancel the P-switch. That can't be that hard to set up, right? Except that it somehow is. Also, wait, it's way smarter to do it right here. For reasons that will hopefully become apparent soon. Yoshi turnaround timer 1. HF 0. Definitely. Probably worse than that. But wait. Could also be intelligent. I mean, I just want to grab a shell on Yoshi. That can't possibly be that difficult, right? Okay. I have to mentally prepare for this again. Because every time I'm trying this, I'm failing because of another new dumb reason that I didn't anticipate. The problem is that I can't really move a lot. The other problem is I'm still doing it at the completely wrong position. It's a good thing that I'm failing so much. Because then I can actually do what I really have to do. First of all, I don't need this grey P-switch. Go away. I don't need you. Next thing, I want to place this blue P-switch right there. Then I want to duplicate that guy. that I want to grab this shell on Yoshi because it's the only way to eat cancel something right here. It's already so slow. But whatever. So. And I want to grab a shell on Yoshi. How hard can that possibly be? Apparently impossible. I mean, it's just a shell grab on Yoshi. Why am I needing so many attempts for that? I mean, of course it can always be that it's a 0 frame window, but still. Apparently I'm doing things wrong? What am I doing? Okay. Time for pause strats. Ah, okay. I think I'm lacking a bit of time still. So, what I want to do now is to... Yeah, I'm lacking time. I'm lacking critical P-switch time. Bit of a problem. And the problem is the stupid fish that I accidentally spawned that I don't need. Like, that's the reason why I can't be a bit faster. I hate this fish. I mean, I guess I should be happy because for fish, I mean, to avoid fish, you can just duplicate a bit quicker. Like this will prevent fish. So the next thing is I want to come on. It doesn't help that I'm caped. Being caped is the worst. I hate the cape for stuff like this. I mean, obviously only for stuff like this. Like, cape is obviously a cool thing, but like it limits your movement so much in a lot of ways. Oh sure, the flower. Of course, that one is better. Oh no, I placed the Yoshi in the wrong position. Okay. Also high profits. Welcome to me going slowly insane while trying to set up a glitch. I mean, I'm not even really trying to set up a glitch at this point. I'm just trying to set up something. Also hi TJB. Welcome to me slowly becoming insane. Okay, so will this hit Yoshi? Apparently it won't hit Yoshi. What am I doing wrong? I mean, in general, this will hit Yoshi, right? Wait, why isn't this not hitting? Why is this not hitting Yoshi? I mean, you can hit a Yoshi, an invisible Yoshi with a shell, with a thrown shell. That's in theory possible. Just what? Wait, you can do that, right? Wait, you can do that, right? You can if the shell is going the other direction. What? Oh, have I never heard that? I mean, I've probably heard that. Wait, but wait a second, what? Oh, it's still not working. I am not convinced. I am not convinced. Oh, if the shadow to the right of... This game is awful. This game is awful. Why am I playing this? Who coded this? I mean, seriously, what? I mean, congratulations, I think you have built something which I cannot actually attack in this way. Oh, wait. Oh, this is once again with the P-switch in the wrong slot time. Sorry, I have to get this P-switch again. Yeah, I also thought that, but then last time I tried it and sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't, and I thought I was just unable to hit the Yoshi, but now everything makes even more sense and even less sense, of course. I mean, of course, nothing makes sense now. Because, I mean, what is this? Why? I mean, nothing is making sense in this game anymore. So. So, time to do this again, but this time near the edge. Ah, the problem is if I throw a shell down here, it will never fall down into this gap. Oh. This is horrible. If these coins were still here, then everything would be fine, I think. Unfortunately, they are gone in every state that I have. Oh no. If these coins were still here, I could do something. Then I could do something like proof of concept. No, I can't do a proof of concept. Maybe I can do a proof of concept. Let's do a proof of concept. So, idea. Idea. Oh, but I stop complaining and actually do things. So. Okay. This is a good date, I think. Except that this gray piece which can go away, I don't need it. And oh, I think this height is actually needed. So, idea. Proof of concept. Whatever. Step 1. Duplicate a p-switch. Step 2. Heat cancel that p-switch. Step 3. Produce new Yoshis. Step 4. Realize that you were dumb. Step 5. Place the shell in a somewhat safe spot. Step 6. Kick this shell. Note that I apparently placed this Yoshi way too high. Oh, apparently I placed this Yoshi one block too high. That's not good. It's important that I realize this now. And not too late. Wait, no, this is not a good... This is not a good proof of concept. This can't work. This can't work. Ah, okay, this is doomed to fail. Ah, this is sad. It fails because I can't remotely get knocked off Yoshi. Oh, I'm sad. Like, my idea was to use two invisible Yoshis, but obviously you can't dismount two invisible Yoshis in a row, so I wanted to get knocked off the first one using a shell. Could you just dismount both Yoshis at the same time? You mean have the eat cancelled p-switch sandwiched in between? You mean have the eat cancelled P switch sandwiched in between the slots of the Yoshis, and then dismount, up throw, and yeah, that's probably possible. Yes, I think that's possible. Sounds like a thing that could be possible. It should be possible. Hmm. Well, I think you've just suggested a successful break against your own level, because, I mean, there's nothing stopping me from getting the other Yoshi, not in slot 4, but in slot 3. Then having a P-switch in slot 4, and I mean, there's nothing stopping me from doing that, right? Because, I mean, I can place the invisible Yoshi down here, that's not actually a problem. Like, having an invisible Yoshi down here, of course, gives me the opportunity to... Yeah, okay, so... So you're not meant to get this red shell, while the invisible Yoshi in slot 1 is still alive. Move this vine 2 more blocks. Yeah, I think at this point, if you move it 2 more blocks, then it should be impossible, yes. Like, I was actually having like 2 pixels of... And I was like actually happy about every pixel that I could use to grab this vine, and even here I like took the shell and then immediately got out. With the fish item swap, how would you do that? Oh. No, I don't think you can do that. Oh, you probably can. Oh, probably possible. Can you even fish item swap with this Yoshi? I don't think it's possible to fish item swap using a Yoshi that despawns off screen. Or maybe it is. I mean, it doesn't just despawn immediately off screen, it has like 3 extra blocks or so of leniency. It's probably possible. That's probably possible. But fish item swaps, these are, I mean, these are horribly dumb. I'm not a fan of them. I mean, mainly because they involve fish. I mean, everything that involves fish is a bit stupid. You still needed the mushroom in your route, but there was probably a way to get it. Yeah, I was actually thinking about how to get it. And there was, because I still had the gray P-switch. And using the gray P-switch I can get a fish. Using the gray P-switch I can turn the fish into a coin, and then I can just do a coin item swap. And there are enough free sprite slots for that. I mean, I still have a Yoshi and a gray P-switch, so I can item swap everything I want. So that was not the problem. But I guess this is the break of the day. I mean, your suggestion is probably the break of the day. Like mine didn't work out because the SMW coders were slightly confused when they coded the shell, to say the least. If not to say I completely questioned their sanity while they coded shells. Why is that a thing? Not entirely sure if the end would have worked out, but there's likely a way. I mean, we can test out. I mean, we can try out the whatever the how's it called? The P-switch press the whatever. This obstacle over here. This obstacle over here using the gray P-switch. The pressing and upthrowing the pressed remainder of the P-switch. Actually, just in general. I mean, because I'm convinced that this is possible. Don't actually have to try this. I mean, I of course will have to try it, but I'm fairly sure that this is a thing that should be possible. Like upthrowing against this bit of the ceiling and then taking the remainder and throwing it up there. It will be a bit awkward, but it's possible. No, just in general more. Just general more shell leniency. Yeah, I mean, it does give you more shell leniency. That's true. That's true. I mean, I guess the SMW developers didn't actually consider what happens if some player wants to hit an invisible Yoshi using a shell. I don't think that was on their mind at all times when they designed the game. Which is of course sad, because clearly the game would be better if they considered that. But I mean, if I have the gray P switch over here and like the cape and the mushroom, then I think I'm done. Yeah, you would be curious if the P switch throw is possible. Okay, let's try that. So I need first of all the on-off switch, which is 7E1F 14AF. 7E14AF. I mean, I still would have a mushroom, of course. And if the throw is possible, then I think that would be an actual break. Like, proof of concept of a break, at least. Without actually doing it in detail. So... So, how do you do this? I think I have a better proof of concept actually. Here's a better proof of concept. So this is obviously the better approach than trying anything with the gray P-switch. While on the platform. Like, this is easy, this is straightforward, this does the job. Way better than, well, whatever I was doing before that. And well, from here, I mean, and from here it's of course impossible the way it currently stands, but if I had the mushroom and if the Yoshi in slot 5 wasn't alive anymore, then everything would be fine, I think. Actually, it's even fine like this. No, it's not fine. The Yoshi in slot 5 will make this impossible, but it wouldn't be. It's not supposed to be fine. I mean, it's not supposed to be fine and it wouldn't be fine are two very different things, I think. I mean, I can't try it from this position anymore. And I mean, the problem is not that I... I'm curious what I want to do. I mean, I don't know how to play the last room. So I don't actually know what I want to take into the last room. But I mean, can I just do this, then feed the guy with, well, the mushroom that I still have in the item box, which I, of course, don't currently have, but that's the thing. If I paid a bit more attention, then I would still have... Oh! Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, if you look at the changes of the next room, you'd know. Okay, then I maybe see what you mean. Oh, what? I mean, this Yoshi can't be grabbed anymore. And then, well, this still looks very similar, if not the same. This cloud. How is this cloud ever important? I need the mushroom still. How is that supposed to be the takeaway from looking at all of this? I mean, I guess I need a mushroom in this room, okay. Yeah, okay. Because I, well, somehow have to grab the key, and for that I have to have a power up which I can sacrifice. No, we have actually not established what I need in this room. I mean, it's clear that I need something. And I actually don't know at all how this room operates. I don't know. But I mean, needing the mushroom was... I mean, it's fairly obvious because there's no way to get the key otherwise. I mean, so far I've always gotten the key without getting the mushroom by just, like, doing some stupid item shop setups. But yes, the berry is the actual problem. Like, where I'm currently operating, I don't... I mean, I can't really I mean, I can eat the berry, but that's not what I want to do. I mean, I can't remove this spike using this berry. Because as soon as I press the gray P switch, this Yoshi will die. And... can you get a big Yoshi without losing the mushroom? Good question. I always get scared from the time up sound. Yes, I think I can get a big Yoshi without losing the mushroom. Idea. idea. You activate this shell. You somehow get it out of here. There are probably a few ways to get it out of here, but the most straightforward one, unfortunately, that I see is doing a bunch of cape storms. Is that elegant? No. Is that possible? I think so. I mean, you can get P-Speed in this gap. Not particularly nice to do that, but probably can. I need new music. There's new music. For like, I don't know, 5 minutes. Anyway, I claim that you can get the shell out of here, and as soon as you get the shell out of here, you can put it in lava and upthrow it on the first frame. This is possible because you have a cape. And it's also possible without a cape, but with the cape it's easy, always easy to get Mario out of there. At least if this behaves remotely similar to usual lava, which it probably doesn't. I'm not sure if you can do the first frame upthrow trick using this kind of lava, whatever this is. In any case, if you can do that, then you're done, because then you can just repeat that 5 times and give the Yoshi something to eat. Apart from that, I don't really know. If I don't have the shell available, then I don't think I can feed the Yoshi without sacrificing the mushroom. And well, obviously then there's the issue of getting something out of this green berry. Because as you correctly point out, getting the Yoshi naively involves pressing a gray P-switch, while pressing a gray P-switch naively also kills this Yoshi. So if you are too naive, which I definitely was, then nothing works out. The one thing that's still extremely confusing to me is whatever this is. What is this? could have seen what it's for. Well, I guess I didn't. You already have a new version. No, I don't want it today anymore. Just want to look at this and see what I can do if I don't have this red shell available at the start. Because I mean, if I'm not even supposed to get the red shell, then what can I even do? I mean, I can of course just go ahead, despawn the Yoshi and then just use the other Yoshis, but that seems not good enough. There's a lot of stuff in this level which I still don't understand. But I guess I'll figure that out next time. I had some very good ideas early in the stream. Like trace logging a counter that counts up to 65,000. I think that was my first idea in the stream. Actually, it was your idea. I just did it. Trace logging is a good idea. I mean, I did a bunch of stuff regarding throwing Yoshis in lava and spawning other Yoshis and stuff like that. And looked what happened. Like, which Yoshis had a disappearing tongue and whatever. Actually, if you throw a Yoshi which is in slot 1 into lava, and then you have another Yoshi which has a null sprite in his mouth, and then while the Yoshi is sinking, you turn the sinking Yoshi into a null sprite spit 1. And I guess it immediately dies and drops whatever was on its tongue last, and that thing will be eat cancelled then, because, well, it just fell off a Yoshi's tongue. The question is, how do you set that up? I mean, I guess in theory it's not that hard to set up. Because, well, I mean, getting this Yoshi... Oh. Oh, getting this Yoshi involved doing, like, the thing involving this red shell. And you fixed that. Or, well, at least you claimed to have fixed that. But that's actually not the problem. That's not a problem. Actually, I think that's you could set that up, the thing that I just mentioned. How would you go? How would you approach that? How would you approach that? How would you get the other null sprite? This Yoshi has a growing animation. Or I mean, other Yoshis also have a growing animation, and I have like a bunch of P-switches that I don't know what to do with lying around. Actually, I think at this point I've used every P-switch. I have a shell lying around. I have a shell lying around and I can use the growing animations of Yoshis. This one seems a lot harder to fix though. I think the main problem with the approach is that it's extremely wasteful regarding resources. It might even be that it is already fixed, just because how many things it actually wastes. I mean, it wastes a lot of sprite slots by just creating another null sprite. I mean, it just wastes an extra sprite slot. You think the intended one isn't. I mean, I don't know the intended strat. But I mean, the strat that I just said, it really takes everything pretty much that's in the level and burns it just to activate that on-off switch. But if the intended strat does it well, then that's of course not helpful. But I guess you have something to fix for next week. Oh no, not for next week. Next week I probably won't stream. So you have 2 weeks to fix stuff. You actually get one small additional thing with the intended solution, which is supposed to be required, but you can probably break that. One small additional thing. Well, if it's very small, then I can probably break it. You can procrastinate for 2 weeks. Great. More procrastination time. I still have not the slightest clue what the intended solution is. You just saw another stupid break. What's your idea? Or is it very stupid and I can actually see it? I mean, I hope it's actually very stupid and I can see it. You can just use an invisible Yoshi? Wait, how is that supposed to work? I mean, I get an invisible Yoshi on roughly, I don't know, this height, and then I just dismount it right here. Or rather, why not right here? Or right here? But then how do I get out? before the node blocks. Oh! Oh, I take the invisible... Wait, how do you move the invisible Yoshi up? That's not a thing that's possible. But ignoring that obvious problem, just use 2 invisible Yoshis. Well, in any case, an invisible Yoshi on this height is good enough. This is the point, I guess. The point is if I have an invisible Yoshi, or on this height maybe. If I have one on this height, then I can use it to dismount here. Just one on this height suffices. You take this one, you dismount here, you throw the shell into this gap, you go away. You land on the Yoshi again, you go this way, but this time without a shell in the hand, which you don't need, because there's a shell already here, or a glitch P-switch, or whatever. Anything. Doesn't really matter. As long as it is EAT cancelled, it doesn't really matter what it is. And then you activate the on-off switch, and then you go to this cloud, and then you use the Yoshi again to, well, just warp up here, and then you go back. And for that you actually only need one invisible Yoshi, which is of course free to get in this puzzle. By free I mean it's... Well, I know how to get it. So it's free. Well, I guess there's another thing that you have to fix. Cleanest one makes the intended solution very stupid. This obstacle. I'm not sure what the intended solution actually entails, but from my point of view, cleanest way would be to make the return trip from here to here impossible, but I don't actually know if you need that to be possible for the intended strat. But if you can't return from here to there, then everything is safe. But apparently you need to at some point. Like, to make it a bit more drastic, I mean, if you could just block this, then, I mean, this is not good enough probably. But this maybe? That's the clean way you can't do. That's bad. What about something like this? Doesn't work. Too bad. And I guess this also doesn't work then. Even though, I mean, this already has the problem of being very stupid. I mean, if you actually try to climb that mine, then... That's a bit annoying. But still possible, of course. Just a bit weird. Well, then I don't know what you can do. I think the one thing you can be fairly sure about is that it will never be obvious to anyone opening the level for the first time. Like, maybe it will be obvious to me. Because I've stared at this for like, I don't know how many hours at this point. But just, I mean, imagine opening a ROM and seeing this entire mess. I mean, before you are even able to separate different parts of the level, you have probably spent a few good amounts of time staring at this, because I mean, this is absolutely unreadable at this point. Same with whatever this is. Okay, I still technically haven't beaten this version of Room 2. You are correct about this. I will do it at some point. And if you think when that point comes I will probably have forgotten everything about the second room, then yes, you are right, I have probably already forgotten half of the first room. I mean, the problem is it's hard to separate in my memory my failed break attempts from the real thing. And you could just look up what I did, of course. That's clear. I mean, I can not separate the failed break attempts from the successful break attempts from the actual solution. Like, anyway, I mean this room is fairly straightforward for me now. I know what to do. Of course, nothing in this room is straightforward, but I know what to do. Anyway, back to whatever this is. I mean, by back I mean just stare at this again, conclude that that there are a bunch of breaks out in the open now, and I guess I'll end stream here then. Have a good night, everyone, and until in 2 weeks or so. But probably no stream next week. Anyway. Have a good night. Don't think there's anything I can do anymore in this level. My brain is hurting. No, that's not actually true, but still, I'm tired. Have a good night, everyone.